Great Day Live. I'm Janelle Martinez.
And I'm Allison Godlove. Thanks so much for joining us today. We have a very special show for you coming
That's
up.
right. As most of you, our kids in the Bay Area are heading back to school very soon.
Yes.
We are getting you ready with school supplies, medical forms, even what to pack for lunches.
Yes, all very important information. But
Yes.
really important information for you parents and grandparents is we are going to help you learn
Wow.
what your kids are actually talking about. You know, a lot of
Thank
times
goodness.
these days, they're saying things and you're like, I don't know what that word means. What is that? So
Clueless.
we brought in two experts for you today, two teens to put us to the test to see if we can understand what it is they're saying.
That's right. We have Kelly Keenan and Reagan Rancourt here. They are our producers' children, and so they came to help us out a little
Yes.
bit. They're going to school us today,
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Do you think? How do you think we're gonna do? Yeah, that means that we're not gonna do that great. So, okay.
Okay, so who has the first word? Whose word is this?
Mine.
Okay, and it is
8.
All right. And we're
8.
supposed to just tell you what we think it is.
Yeah, what do you-
I'm gonna guess that you did a really good job. Like you nailed it or something. Nailed it. You probably don't know what that is.
I'm going to think like you failed, like you ate it.
Oh.
Allison was
Oh, man. Okay,
I would think that though because we used to say, "Oh, she just bit it." Like she
yes,
fell.
yes.
The eating thing.
The eating
that's
thing.
how it
Yeah,
is.
that's a.
All right.
Okay.
Word number 2.
Reagan, what's your word? Oh, wait, see if we get it.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Reagan,
All
what
right,
did
we'll go. Did you know your second word or your first word?
Yes, I think so.
All right, it's right there. It's that one.
Which one? LARP?
Yeah,
LARP.
LARP.
Oh gosh.
LARP. Oh gosh.
To eat something.
Yeah. Yeah, like it sounds like a bug, but I know that's not.
What is it?
So it's when you pretend to know something, so your friends know it and you pretend to know it.
Oh, so we were LARPing right there.
Yeah.
We were pretending to know it, but
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Are you using that a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, Kelly. It's you.
Okay.
Huzz.
Huzz.
Like maybe like what's the gossip or what's like the
Oh, I like that.
the talk about the school or something.
Yeah. I think it's like you're my friend, you're my huzz.
It's actually someone that you find attractive, like a crush.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like that's my huzz.
Like
Yeah.
husband?
I
Does
have
it
a
come from
huzz.
that? We don't know where these things come from, but okay. I like it. I was in the ballpark, I think. Okay. All right. All right, Reagan, what's yours? Next word.
Cornball.
Okay.
This I would feel like you're like cheesy or
Goofy.
funny or goofy. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're cheesy. Do you know what
little.
cheesy is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit. It's kind of when like you say a joke and no one laughs, they call you a cornball.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was
kinda-
corny and no one laughed.
And no one laughed. Oh.
Okay, I get that one.
We get that.
We
Bunch of cornballs.
We get that a lot
Okay,
here.
all right. Next one. This is you, Kelly.
Unk.
Oh,
I
I've
mean, I know
heard
exactly.
this. I've heard this. I've heard my kids say this, but I forgot. What do you think?
Dorky or something?
It's actually someone who's like older and acts like one of the kids.
Oh,
Yeah, but tell them what older is now.
what is older?
25 and older.
Oh my goodness! So what am I?
Not me because I'm younger than 25, so we're fine right there.
Okay, so okay, my kids have used that one before.
Okay.
So hopefully not about me.
No,
Jeez. Okay, never.
What about
Okay.
you? All right, Reagan. You're
Okay.
up.
So fairs.
Fairs.
Like average. Like
Yeah, I think
Like,
so. Yeah, like you
fair
see,
is
like your
average.
fairs, your outfit fairs.
Yeah, it's fairs.
Fairs. Yeah.
It's actually when you get like rejected by someone.
so like how do you use that in a sentence?
Yeah, use
so-
that in a sentence, please.
If I asked a girl out and she rejected me, fairs.
Fairs.
Oh, fairs, like fair. Oh, well,
Okay,
Wow,
I get
we
it.
did
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah, I know. Okay, is it our turn?
It's our turn now. Are you
Okay, it's
guys
our
ready?
turn. Okay,
Yeah.
ready for mine? My bad. What does that mean?
Like if you did something bad, like if you make a mistake and you're like, oh, my bad.
Yes.
Good
Okay,
job.
that's
That's a
very
good one.
good. That's a good one. I mean, I say that a lot. My bad.
Yes, I
like if
still
I
do.
you accidentally bump someone, you're like,
my
oh,
bad."
my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Okay.
Okay, here's mine. Talk to the hand.
Ooh.
Oh, we got some giggles out there. They know what we're talking about.
Like when you're talking to someone or someone's talking to you and you don't want to talk to them, you just put your hand up and say talk to
Yeah,
the hand.
talk to the hand.
Yes,
Or you just
yes.
put your hand up and do that.
Right. Don't
I
ever
did-
do that to your parents.
No, I
but
did that a lot.
yes.
You get in trouble for that, I promise.
Yes.
Well, we did bad. You guys did great.
Yes.
So good job.
Yes.
Thanks for playing along.
These are constantly changing, so you guys got to come back and update us once again.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta keep it going.
All right. Good
Thank
job.
you guys.
Thank you.
All right, these teens are not only looking cute in these back-to-school fits. They are also meeting the new dress codes. That's important, so grab your teen and get some inspiration coming up in just a minute.
And whether you're stressed or sad, parents might be feeling a certain way about their kids going back to school. We get tips on working through those emotions coming up. But first, we are talking about a huge back-to-school event that happens every year. Earlier this week, volunteers were busy stuffing 30,000 backpacks to give away to kids in our community.
Yes, and the man behind the great event, Thaddeus Bullard, aka WWE Global Legend Titus O'Neil, is joining us to talk all about it. It's good to have you back.
It's good to be here.
Every time you come, you bring some huge, amazing event to our community. So thank you for doing that. That's
every
so
time
great.
I come too, I learn something new. I learned
What'd you learn
LARP.
today?
LARP?
Yeah.
Did you know the
I
other
knew
ones?
what Unc mean.
Yeah.
I get called Unc all the time.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't believe
Is that a good
No,
thing?
for me it is. Yeah.
You'll take it.
To me, I take it as a positive thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not old.
No, no.
I'll beat all these
No,
kids.
no. But I know you're around kids a lot. So
Yeah.
what's one word that they use that you kind of like? Do you know one?
I like Unc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
Unc.
That's a good one.
I definitely wouldn't like fairs.
Bears,
Yeah,
no.
that's a tough one.
No one
Yeah,
likes
it's rejection.
It's rejection.
I don't want to be rejected by the kids.
no.
I love the kids.
Back to school.
Yeah.
You have a huge event coming up. You just spent some time, 30,000 backpacks
Yeah.
you packed out.
Yeah,
What was that like?
Yeah, it was awesome. We had 2 days where we had over 380 volunteers over the course of 2 days helping us stuff the backpacks so that we can get ready for our 9th annual Back to School Bash at Raymond James Stadium. Start time is 9:01. That is not a typo.
Yeah.
That one, it represents unity. We're all moving in the same direction for one reason, and this particular reason, we are getting ready to hopefully celebrate another year. This is the first time in a long time that the Hillsborough County School District was an A-rated school district. It is also a school here in Tampa that bears my name, the Thaddeus and Bullard Academy at Slide Middle Magnet School. For the first time in 25 years, we achieved a B grade, which
amazing.
is insane and awesome at the same time.
Yeah.
So people will not only just have the opportunity to get back to school supplies, they will also be able to get health physicals, dental screenings, cleanings, extractions if needed, as well as brand new pair of eyeglasses. Kids can go in and have an eye exam, and 10 minutes after they get their eye exam done, they can get a pair of glasses that they picked out. And barber, I like a good barber.
Yeah, you need a haircut.
And so everything that I didn't have access to as a kid, my mom, obviously my story is well documented, being born to a 12-year-old mother and being told I'll be dead or in jail by the time I was 16, and getting an opportunity to get help by people from all walks of life put me in a position where I became the first person in my family to graduate from high school, first person in my family to graduate from college. Go Gators.
Yeah, go Gators.
And so we want to continue to equip these teachers and these students and these families with the opportunity to go out there and succeed. And sometimes it's not about the backpack and the school supplies. It's saving that family $75 to $100 on a physical that they wouldn't be able to afford to get their kids.
Yeah, I was just going to
Yeah.
ask you that. This is, we're talking about school supplies and we're talking about all that, but it's so much more and so much bigger than just school supplies, and that's really what you're pointing out.
Yeah, it's like 10 events in one.
Yeah.
We provide food, we fun activities, we activate Bucks Beach. We usually get around 40 to 45,000 people throughout the day at this event. And many of these families can't afford to go to a Bucks game or to a concert. So this is their first experience at Raymond James Stadium. And I want to make sure it's a very quality event that treats people with dignity, welcomes people from all walks of life. Everyone knows I'm not a politician. I could care less if you're a Democrat, Republican, Christian, Muslim, lesbian, gay, or straight. People help me get into the position I'm in from all walks of life. So we celebrate the idea of people that come together for one common goal, and that is to put smiles on people's faces. And in this particular case, I know that the adults that are struggling right now with groceries and gas and et cetera, they are definitely leaving there with a lot of smiles on their face, and some of them with tears in their eyes, simply because, if it wasn't for events like this, they wouldn't be able to help provide some of the services and the resources that they would have available to them.
Yeah. What has it been like for you to kind of see this event grow? So now it fills up the entire stadium. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like I say, I think having these wild ideas that I have at 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and somebody's subjected to that text message, hey, I think we should do this at 2:30 in the morning, usually yields results in the end of the day. Nobody really knows all the details, including me. But I know that when God gives me a vision, I got to run with it. And so I'm happy that we have so many partners and supporters that run alongside that to do that and come out August 8th.
Yep.
9:01 a.m.
9:01.
Be there early, though.
Yeah.
Be there early.
Yeah.
Well, thank
Such
you
a
for
fun
what you're
event.
doing again. That's
Thank
really
you.
awesome.
That's fun.
All right, so here's how to get kids excited about going back to school. Take them shopping. Well, we're going to get some tips on how to put together the perfect outfits both teens, moms, and schools will approve. That's next.
Watch 10 Tampa Bay this morning, starting at 5 a.m.
Why AAA? Because you're stuck in a rut, literally. Because you're out of gas. And in a pickle. Because stuff happens. And AAA is the most trusted roadside assistance. Join today at AAA.com.
Choose Winters and Yonker, and we will send an attorney to you. Let our aggressive attorneys represent you for your personal injury case. Our firm will send an attorney, not an investigator, legal assistant, or paralegal. Winters and Yonker.
Cancer doesn't wait. It hides. It spreads. It steals what matters most. To find it, you need the experts the world turns to. To end it, you need the most proven proton therapy on the planet. Moffitt is built for this because cancer is all we do. Moving with more precision, more power, and more experts focused on one thing: you. The team that's treated more cancer, pioneered more therapies, and is known for the best outcomes in Florida. And now they have the most advanced proton technology, pencil beam precision to match. Introducing Proteus One, the only one in Tampa Bay. A beam so precise it strikes cancer down to a millimeter from every angle it hides and leaves the life around it untouched. Only at Moffitt, the #1 cancer hospital in the Southeast, and the only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center based in Florida. Moffitt, your first choice is your best chance.
At Consumer Cellular, my job is to help you save money on wireless.
I'm saving over $50 a month.
I'm saving almost $100 a month.
Consumer Cellular gives you the same fast, reliable nationwide network for up to half the cost of big wireless.
Same tower, same coverage.
Our customers ranked us #1 in network coverage satisfaction. And there's no long-term contracts.
I've been through TracFone, T-Mobile, Verizon. Nothing compares to Consumer Cellular.
It's the Consumer Cellular Summer Switch event. If you're 50 and over, you could cut up to 50% off your big wireless bill. And right now, save an extra $50 off with code SAVE50. Plus, AARP members save even more. Call right now and speak with a U.S.-based sales rep in about 15 seconds. So call now and save during the Summer Switch event. Call 1-800-680-0024. That's 1-800-680-0024.
In the blink of an eye, you've been in a car crash. You weren't ready for that. At Bernetti PA, we believe we provide both big firm string and authentic small firm service. If you've been injured, call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Why AAA? Because you're stuck in a rut, literally. Because you're out of gas. And in a pickle. Because stuff happens. And AAA is the most trusted roadside assistance. Join today at AAA.com.
I'm Tony DeCopel. The CBS Evening News is the story of America one day at a time.
I'm Tony.
While we cover a lot of ground, we also stick to the basics. What's real?
Do you ever get scared?
Yeah. And what's important.
Well, I'm just asking you why you're here and what your message is.
Success for us is not how much we pack into a show, but how much you take away from it. And we'll always end with the good stuff, something to remind you that there's a lot of life out there beyond the headlines. So join me. This is the CBS Evening News.
Well, parents are the best teachers for many things, but fashion may not be one of them.
So here to help us with back-to-school looks that both mom and teens will love is stylist Lee Bowen. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me again. I'm so excited to be back.
You look adorable.
I know.
Thank you.
I would wear this
Right
on the first day of school.
I know.
You look amazing.
School's in session.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I know. So, Hillsborough County came out with some new rules, and so kids may be kind of not as excited about going back to school shopping, but there's so many good things out there for kids to wear.
Yes, there is. I feel like it's coming back to millennials-ish.
Yes.
The trends are coming back. The rules are coming back. So for me, I was like, oh, I'm back in high school again.
I know, it is crazy to see the colors and some of the things. I was like, oh my gosh.
What was millennials like? What did you guys wear?
I mean, we had you couldn't have your shoulders out, layering things.
Yeah.
You'll see it soon, like maroons, stripes.
Yeah.
There's that green and that mustard yellow.
I was gonna say like preppy colors.
Yes. Like your tie, kind of like
Yes.
the okay.
Yes.
All right, should we get to the fashion show?
Yes.
All right, let's bring out our first model.
So the biggest thing for like middle school, high school, I feel like when you get inside, it's cold.
Yes.
So
True.
pairing, a sweater, jacket, you can tie around the waist for when it's 90 out when you're walking in. And then again, this is the maroon color I was kind of talking about, coming back. And then with the shorts, just making sure it's finger length for the school rules. But then they're still like comfy and like you still can feel cute and go to school.
Yes, of course. This is Kelly Keenan, one of our producer's daughters,
That
looking
shirt looks
fantastic.
really soft,
and I
too.
noticed the ruffle. Those might be your socks, but the ruffle socks are in.
They are ruffle socks, yes. So she paired them with just Nike Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Basic white sneaker, easy to pair with multiple different things.
And I like the maroon color. You think of that mainly in like the fall, but you can wear that year round.
Yes.
Now it's just like, okay. Well, you look adorable.
Yes, we love it.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Reagan's
All right.
next.
Reagan, what do you got?
And he is wearing just some jorts, I
Jorts
feel
are
like
back.
the
Jorts
first
are
thing I reached out was my nephew. He's in high school, and
Yeah.
he said jorts and Vans.
Yeah.
So paired it with some tube socks, nice graphic tee from Gap, and then again the hoodie to like throw on over. I actually asked him before we came out, like if you were bringing a hoodie with, how would you wear it? He's like, I just wear it over my shoulders.
just
So
put it on. You
whatever
just
is
put it on.
natural to the kids.
Yeah, and I like that the jorts they're coming back in a big way.
Mhm.
So okay,
and these
so
are
bring them
nice,
out.
like stretchy, so they're not like super uncomfortable.
Right.
They probably feel a little bit more like a sweatshort, but a
Yeah,
little bit
and it's
nicer
so
looking.
hot here in Florida that
Right.
shorts are probably better than jeans because jeans can be very warm.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, no matter. And a graphic tee is always just like something that you can throw on all the time.
Exactly.
So easy to have.
Perfect. Well, you look great, Reagan.
Thanks, Reagan.
All right. Okay, who do we have next? All right, come on out.
And then this is kind of what I was talking about before. So if school can't show shoulders, just pair a white tee underneath
what a great
it.
idea.
And then for girls, sometimes it's hard to find those basic like whites and blacks.
Yeah.
Shop in the boys section. It's the same thing. Like a white
Oh.
shirt is a white shirt.
Yeah.
And then pair on the weekend, she could just wear this alone, or she could throw it over a dress. And then switch out the jeans for shorts or a skirt. Just like thinking through the whole school year. Obviously, we'll eventually have winter, but getting through the first few months, like trying to be in the AC and then also the heat of Florida.
I love the
look
idea
adorable,
of a
Miss
shirt
Charlotte.
underneath, even with like the sundresses that
Yes.
kids wear. You can just put the white shirt underneath and then put on your sundress.
Yes, and then you have a little outfit, and then you have two. You can wear it different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love
Thank you, Charlotte.
it. You look great. Okay, who do we have next?
And then for this
Hi,
look,
you look wonderful.
I know, so cute.
Marabella.
it's like a preppy, casual, sporty look. So her outfit actually is from Aerie. And these are a nice, like, I don't want to call it a workout pant, but
Those
they're
look
also
great.
cool for like when it's hot out.
Yeah.
And I believe she said it'd be perfect for dance. So you could
Yes.
go from school to your after school activity.
Yeah.
And then just pair them with some Adidas Sambas, like the butter yellow and the maroon together. I
Oh my
love
gosh,
those
I
pairing.
love it. I
And
love
then
it.
brings out the yellow striped
And I've
shirt.
seen so many people wear their sweatshirts like this.
Yes, it must be new.
Yeah, well, and it's just nice too to when you're outside, you're not super hot, and
Yeah.
then she can throw it on when it's like freezing in
Yes,
class.
right. Yes. No, I love that. And people, like the leggings, you have to make sure the shirt's
Yes.
long enough. So a pant like that, you don't have to worry about that.
Exactly.
You can wear
Yeah.
a normal shirt. So
Exactly.
you look amazing too. Okay, we
Yes,
only have
great.
30 seconds, but what else did you bring real quick?
I feel like for boys sometimes
Yeah.
it's hard, so I thought this was a fun. If they want to be a little on the wild side,
Yes.
some leopard, just like a little touch of leopard,
Love
and
it.
again some black jorts,
Black jorts.
if you will.
So just get jorts in every color.
I know.
Yes.
And that's the way to go.
And then again, like a layering sweatshirt, she could tie this around
Yes.
the waist. The short still comes mid-thigh.
Perfect. Oh, and
All right,
this
bring
is
all
really
the models
cute.
back out real
I know.
quick to wave
Yeah.
goodbye. You guys did fantastic, and you all
Yes.
look great.
You look amazing.
Some very good tips. Yes. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yes,
Thank you for being
thank you
here.
so much, and thank you for coming back.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, well, kids and parents may be feeling a little bit anxious knowing a new school year is about to start. Coming up, we get tips on how to ease some of those fears.
Watch Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins weeknights on 10 Tampa Bay News. When the weather changes, you feel the impact. That's when our meteorologists issue a weather impact alert, so you're prepared. Watch 10 Tampa Bay and 10 Tampa Bay Plus
I'm Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins. Hurricane season is here and preparation starts now. When severe weather hits, the 10 Tampa Bay News Weather Impact Team is here, keeping you informed. They've done the math, they figured out, look, you should evacuate this zone. Please do so if you're asked to. Don't take chances with the storm. Stream live local radar 24/7 to track the storm as it progresses and stay one step ahead. Be ready when it matters most. Watch extended weather coverage on 10 Tampa Bay News. Stream free on your TV or phone.
Think you need a new roof? Think again. Most roofing companies only make money one way, by selling you a new roof. But what if your roof isn't worn out, just dried out? And with just a little love, you could put off an expensive roof replacement for up to 15 years, at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. RoofMax is a scientifically engineered restoration formula that brings your shingle life back to new. Scan the code and get a free roof tune-up with your RoofMax restoration.
Life is easier with GTE Carefree Checking. Simple, convenient, free checking with zero hassle. No monthly fees, no minimum balance requirement. Switch your direct deposit in seconds and enjoy real-time payments with Zelle. Learn more at gtefinancial.org/carefree.
Mark with a K loves mayonnaise. Mark with a C can't stand it. That's the job. Remember the small things. Because that's how you make a great sub. You make it for someone, not just anyone.
Mark, Italian, extra mayo. Mark, Italian, no mayo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The future of garage floors is here. The highly sought-after Shark floor is now more affordable than ever. For the next 15 days, we're giving you an extra 15% off.
Great news. I'm prescribing you Icotide, a new kind of treatment for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Just one pill, once a day.
You're unbelievable.
Whoa, that's unbelievable.
Unbelievable, right?
I meant...
The results? Icotide provides powerful skin clearance, and I've seen my patients achieve completely clear skin. It also has a proven safety profile, with Icotide patients reporting side effects at rates similar to placebo.
Do you see the...
Oh, patient brochures. Do you want one?
Increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor may check you for infections, TB, if you need a vaccine, or have kidney problems. Icotide. Ask your doctor if it's right for you.
You're unbelievable.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today our roads are littered with killing machines. I'm talking about semi-trucks. They can easily kill, even at low speeds. Injured in a trucking accident? We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason.
10 Tampa Bay is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Whether it's worries about starting a new school year or new school or fears of a heavy workload, first day jitters can be a lot for a parent and for a kid.
Sure can. And here to help us work through all of these emotions is Clara Reynolds from the Crisis Center. Welcome back.
Hi, ladies.
Good to have you here.
Happy back to school time.
I can't believe it.
I can't either.
I know it's crazy. So now's about the time where kids start to get a little nervous, a little anxious about starting a new school year. What are some tips to kind of work through that anxiety that a kid might be feeling?
Well, as we were all talking, that anxiety is normal and it's natural. So helping a kid just normalize that behavior and also helping them figure out, how do I manage this? Okay, talk about deep breathing. Remember that it is very common, particularly if you're starting a new school. So parents, if you can help your child, let them see the school beforehand, maybe do a meet and greet with a teacher, that's always great. And it's great for a child to talk to a trusted adult, maybe not mom or grandma or a grandparent, maybe it's a coach, maybe it's a mentor, a faith leader, somebody else that they can talk to and just talk through their feelings. Half the time you talk about it, you're gonna feel much better.
For kids who maybe aren't coming to their parent and saying, I need to talk to someone, what are some things that we can look for to be able to be like, they're feeling a little anxious going into the year?
First of all, you know your kid probably better than anybody, so you know when they're kind of acting a little unusual. Ask them. Just give them the opportunity to talk about it. You know, communicate how you're feeling and help your child find the language to be able to communicate. And you want to make sure that, you know, if a child is starting to worry about school, develop that plan about how you're going to manage that anxiety, because oftentimes it's either around testing, workloads, those kinds of things. Help your kid create the plan early. Anxiety is usually rooted in fear, and particularly fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
So if you can take away some of those issues, you will find a child will just be able to take a breath and be able to relax a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it used to be, kids would worry about, maybe making new friends. Now it's making new friends and the workload, because I feel like the workload has gotten worse, for kids, especially in high school. So kids might have just that anxiety. How am I going to manage my time?
Right.
Yeah.
And also making sure that as parents, we are prioritizing their sleep. We're prioritizing eating well and exercise in addition to managing that workload.
Yeah, making sure that they don't get, too bogged down by the workload, that they're still doing those other things.
Exactly.
And really the sleep and the eating habits are something that's going to help out those anxiety feelings.
Absolutely, and particularly, as we're getting in that swing, getting ready to start, it's really important to start now. A little bit 2 weeks out, start getting back into those routines. Routines are so important for not only kids, but also for parents and adults.
Yeah.
And we always tell parents the first couple weeks are going to be ridiculous and hectic and awful. Give yourself some grace. It won't feel like that forever.
Right.
Sometimes
It's true, I know.
You just got to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
What advice do you have for parents? I know that was a little bit of it, the routine. I've heard so many parents lately saying, I just need a routine again. We need to get back to a schedule.
Exactly.
And so they're really feeling it. But, going into that new year, what advice do you have about helping parents help kids get back in there?
And again, it starts with that routine, and start it now. We cannot wait until that Sunday before, which I think is August 9th, to start a new bedtime.
Yeah.
Start working on
Right
that
now.
and strive to be consistent. Once you set that routine, you have to be consistent if you want your kid to be consistent.
Yeah.
And finally, try to prep as much as possible the night before. Don't try to do everything the morning of. It's just going to create more anxiety and stress for the entire family. So start early and don't bite off more than you can chew. You don't have to do everything. Just do what you can, and together, you guys will, I promise, you'll make it through another school year.
Yeah, deep breaths. That's what she's doing.
Just breathe.
So important.
Just breathe.
Thank you, Claire.
Thank
Good
you
to have
guys.
you.
Always
so
great
much.
when you're on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we need your help collecting school supplies for teachers and students this year. Come by the Pinellas Education Foundation tomorrow. You can drop off things like notebooks, pens, and binders, and get ready for the new year. We are going to be out there tomorrow during Great Day Live.
Choose Winters in Yonkers, and we will send an attorney to you for your auto accident. I'm Bill Winters. If you've been injured in an accident, call Winters in Yonkers so we can start working on your case. Call Winters in Yonkers for your free attorney consultation.
You rely on your car every day. That's why at Tires Plus, we break it all down, keeping you in the know about what needs attention now and what can wait. So you can drive away with confidence. Tires Plus.
Are you ready to save big this summer?
Doesn't everybody want to save money?
The Consumer Cellular Summer Switch event is finally here. You could cut up to 50% off your big wireless bill. And right now, save an extra $50 off with code SAVE50.
That phone call reduced my bill by almost 50%.
I'm saving about $50 a month.
I'm getting big wireless coverage without the big wireless price tag.
I switched to save money. I stayed because I love Consumer Cellular.
Consumer Cellular customers ranked us #1 in network coverage satisfaction.
They have a fabulous product, treat their customers right. It's a no-brainer.
Go save some money. It's just a great deal.
You could cut your bill by up to 50% and call right now to save an extra $50 off with code SAVE50. And AARP members save even more. So call now and save big during the Consumer Cellular Summer Switch event. Call 1-800-399-7936. That's 1-800-399-7936.
Life with healthy, pain-free legs starts when you call United Vein and Vascular Centers. Vein disease can start in your 20s and worsen over time, causing pain, aching, and heaviness in your legs, and lead to restless legs at night. These could be signs of a more serious health issue if left untreated. At United Vein and Vascular Centers, our minimally invasive treatments result in little to no downtime, and the treatments are covered by most health insurance. Call 1-800-NEW-LEGS to schedule your free vein screening at one of our locations, or scan the QR code to learn more.
If these walls could talk, what stories they would tell. Of families and friends, of life and love. Your home is where those memories are made.
I'll miss you.
And a Block home preserves those memories for a lifetime. Make sure your new home is built with concrete block. Life and memories are better with Block. Visit blockstrong.com.
There's a quiet magic at work here, one conjured through time and tradition. It can pull us out of our rooms, away from our screens, off our phones. Not saying our fried chicken is the most powerful force in the universe, but we're not entirely ruling it out either.
At Tires Plus, we know that all drivers are different. That's why we take the time to understand what matters most to you. Then we show you good, better, and best tire options, so you can select the right tire for you. Tires Plus.
About before heading back to school, vaccines and checkups. Dr. Kelly Henschel with Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital is here to help us out today. So welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we are talking all about back to school and getting ready, and there's so much to think about, and physicals and vaccines, that's one of them, right? So what do parents need to know?
It is. Well, they need to know that this is our favorite time of the year as pediatricians, because it's our
I think that doesn't sound really...
It is our chance to help you launch your child out into their school year in the best way that we can, making sure that they're healthy, that they're hearing well, that they're seeing well, and that they are ready to go to school.
Yeah, and you're really busy this time. All the parents are trying to get those physicals in. So but there's certain ages and grades that are really important. So what are those grades that we need to be aware of?
Kindergarten is critically important. The children come in, they have hearing and vision screening done, they have their full checkup done, and they have vaccinations that are required to start school. So we make sure that they're up to date on their vaccinations for school as well. Yeah,
and I know that the vaccines can be very confusing, but if you go to your pediatrician, they can help you keep track of all of those.
We can, and I can go through the whole schedule for you, but that would make no sense to anybody. It's sort of like me going to get my car worked on. I just trust that you know what we're doing.
That's what I do as a parent. I trust the doctors. They tell me, what vaccines my kids need, and I do it that way because it can be very overwhelming.
So, we make sure that they're up to date and that we can go ahead and get them their Form 680 ready to go, which is the official Florida vaccination form for schools. And we get that taken care of. Typically for our kindergartners, that entails only 2 injections at their kindergarten visit for four different vaccinations.
Yeah, and something else that's new this year is new sports requirements, new heart screening. Can you talk a little bit about that?
We do have a new heart screening requirement in Florida this year. The children who are starting, young adults who are starting in 9th grade sports are required to have an EKG. If you are in 10th, 11th, or 12th grade and it's your first time playing high school sports, you're also required to have an EKG done prior to starting your academic year. For sports.
Yeah, I noticed my daughter, it wasn't required because she's already been playing, so that's something to think about, but it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, and I was going to say we have a lot of parents saying, well, we know they're affordable. Most are around $25.
Yeah.
And so they are opting to go ahead and have their children screened even though they're not required this year.
Yeah, well, let's talk about something maybe, a little bit more practical for parents who are worried about their kids who have been sleeping late all summer, and now they're going to have to get up early. 6 o'clock, that alarm might be going off. So any tips on helping, kids get back to sleep and to wake up earlier?
Early transition is best. So we are now in that window where you should go ahead and start getting your children up early. Get them on schedule and get them going to bed at the appropriate times instead of up through the night.
Yeah, it's so hard.
But it's time to go ahead and reset that clock for them.
Yeah, is it best to kind of do it gradually? Like if they've been sleeping to noon, I don't know who that might be, but if they've been sleeping to noon, okay, now you got to get up at 10:30 and then you have to get up at 8, or just do it all at once?
You
Rip
know,
the
I
Band-Aid.
think I would rip the Band-Aid off and get it going. We're into a couple weeks to the start of school and get them ready to go.
I think I need these tips. Yeah, because, okay. All right, and then what about screen time? Let's talk about that a little bit, because kids have probably been on their screens a little bit more this summer, and now they're going to have to go to school, so maybe they shouldn't be on those screens as much. I mean, what is your advice for that?
Well, we're looking for non-academic screen time to be less than 2 hours a day.
Okay.
With the best recommendations being that parents are actively involved in that screen time so that we know what content our children are looking at when they're on the screens.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that can be tricky because if they're on their screens doing homework, you don't really know, are they doing schoolwork, are they having fun? So talk to your kids.
Talk to them and stay over that shoulder, see what's going on.
Yeah, pop in every once in a while.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Great advice to help us get ready for back to school.
Thanks
All right, and now we have some great advice for how to cook for those kids that are going to be hungry when they get home from school, Allison.
Yes, absolutely. Because in a couple of weeks, we're going to get really busy. So here in our Kitchen Saver Kitchen with some weeknight meal ideas is Andrea Messina, mom extraordinaire and owner of Joe & Sons Olive Oils. Welcome.
Thank you.
We love having you here. The studio always smells so good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's great. We need something easy because especially in the beginning and doing these routines, we're just like worn out and tired.
Listen, and I'm all about easy because I work a lot also.
Yeah.
So these are things that I make on a regular basis at home for my family.
Okay, perfect. So what do we got?
So what we're going to be making today is a one-pot meal. It's an orzo is what we call it. So it's like a risotto, but with orzo pasta.
Oh, okay.
Way easier. You don't have to babysit it and stir too much. So all I have here in the pot is one diced onion that I've been cooking and sauteing with our dill olive oil. So it gives it wonderful dill flavor. So it's already sauteed. We just want to get it kind of fragrant and translucent. Let's go ahead and add that orzo pasta.
Okay.
We're going to put that in, and we're going to just kind of stir it around a little bit till it just very lightly toasts. Let me turn up the heat here a little bit.
Now, orzo, explain what that is, because that
orzo is actually a pasta, but it's in the shape of rice.
Okay.
It looks like rice, but it is actually a pasta.
Because for people who kind of like to keep things very simple and things they know, you might be like, orzo, that's got to be exotic or something.
No. You find it at the regular grocery store. And actually, this is something that you can have in your pantry and freezer and make, all at home.
Yeah.
We're using some fresh spinach, but you could certainly use some frozen spinach. So speaking of spinach, that's some chopped fresh spinach.
All of it?
Yep. Go ahead and dump the whole thing in there. It's 1 cup packed all the way down. So give that a stir. We're going to let that wilt down.
Okay.
And once that happens, so each time, about 2 minutes each time, we're going to go ahead and add that chicken broth. I've already got some measured out there for you in the measuring cup. And you're going to need to then add. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I was like, oh no.
one more additional cup, so you can just pour that out.
Pour this out?
Yep.
Okay.
One more cup. Yeah.
Okay. Just put it in there?
Yeah, you can just eyeball it, but about a cup.
She was like, use the measuring bowl.
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
it's fine.
whatever.
Yeah,
All right.
I eyeball things. Now, so
Me
you're
too.
going to let that, you're just going to stir, let it cook. What'll happen is that orzo is going to become creamy and rich. And the thing about risotto is that you're always having to stir it constantly.
Yeah.
This takes, not about 20 minutes or so. Give it an occasional stir. Then towards the end, once it starts getting nice and creamy and the pasta has cooked, we're going to add in some 1 6-ounce container of feta cheese.
Okay, love that.
Actually, I apologize. First, we're going to add the shrimp. We've got some raw shrimp here.
Okay.
If you don't like shrimp, you can do chicken, any kind of protein that you'd like. So that shrimp is going to cook. It only takes a couple of minutes. Then we're going to go ahead and add
the feta.
Yep. Then we're going to
All
add
of
our
it?
feta, the whole thing.
Oh, I love that.
That's going to help with the flavor and some creaminess. We're also going to add some green onion over there. Go ahead and you can dump the whole thing in there.
The whole thing?
Yep.
All right, I love that.
And some frozen peas.
Okay.
So all of that will cook up. This recipe, of course, will be on our website. We're doing it very quickly for the magic of television. But the end result looks like that.
Then you just let it cook down? Until it looks like that?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It does, as you can see, it gets nice and creamy and thick. And then we do add a little bit of Sicilian lemon balsamic.
Ooh.
And then also we will top it off with a little more of the fern leaf dill olive oil just for a little flavor.
Okay. Great.
And that's it.
And that's easy. That's quick. It's one pan too also. It's great.
Do we have time for a very quick dessert?
Let's do it, yes.
Okay. So I've got here, I've got my butter olive oil. So it is an olive oil plant-based infusion, so no dairy. Whoops, let's turn that down. Because that is the Sicilian lemon balsamic. That's why it sizzled.
We're going to use it anyway.
We're going to use it anyways. That's supposed to be the butter olive oil. So what we do there and here is we're going to go ahead and add our cut up bananas and a little bit of brown sugar, some cinnamon, some nuts, and a little bit of water because we're doing it for the kids. Now, if you wanted to make this a little bit fancy for your friends because you're entertaining, you could do some rum, some bourbon, anything like that. So we're just going to saute this up and then top it over some vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, so we have that here. And so just a little vanilla ice cream at the end, then you have a nice little dessert that you can have too.
So super easy. So these will get nice and caramelized and cook up.
I love it.
A nice, nice fruit-based dessert.
2 pots, and then clean up is easy too,
Pretty
and then you
easy,
can get back to your evening.
And maybe a cutting board or so.
Yeah, not too bad at all. You have all of these on the website, or different kinds of recipes.
They'll be
if we
on
want
our
more.
social media today as well, too.
Okay,
Yep, with links to the website.
Well, it smells fantastic, it looks beautiful, and it's easy, which we also love. And then if we want to come by and get some olive oil, how do we find you?
Yes, so we're in Hyde Park Village. We are in on Beta Bay in South Tampa, and then we're also up in Carrollwood. And tomorrow at our Beta Bay location, we're actually doing a Christmas in July sale.
Okay.
I've ordered way too much for the holiday season, and things are starting to come in. We need to make some room. So we've got a whole lot of things that are going to be 50% off.
Wow.
So half off. So great, great deal. So come early, but it's only one day Beta Bay location.
All right, that's tomorrow. So if you need any of these olive oils,
Christmas
it's the
in
time
July.
to go. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, that smells good.
It is,
okay. All right, well, maybe while you're making that delicious meal, you can prep these lunches for the next day. We get ideas from the Lunchbox Mafia coming up next.
If my dad's fatal crash taught me one thing, it's that no one's ever ready for what comes after. At Bernetti PA, we dedicate our energy to helping those who never asked to be victims. For a free consultation, call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready.
Change is inevitable.
Okay.
But one thing will always remain the same.
I'll let you have that.
We'll always lend you a hand when you need one.
Okay. See you next week. All right. Good night.
Good night.
Cancer screenings save lives.
My name is Bridget, and it's very important for every woman to get a mammogram.
At Moffitt, your mammogram is more than just a screening. It's a powerful combination of leading-edge technology, convenient locations, and compassionate care.
I've always gotten mammograms. However, this mammogram, they saw something.
Led by world-class mammography experts who specialize in breast cancer detection, our team understands the unique risk factors like breast density and is committed to finding even the smallest abnormalities early.
A mammogram is what saved my life, and I just can't say enough about Moffitt and the caregivers that they have.
For superior screening and the most accurate result, schedule your Moffitt mammogram today.
With Spectrum Internet, I never miss. I feel incredible. Never miss a homer. As my internet struck out. Never miss one of these. Because my stream can't keep up. Because with Spectrum Internet, I've got the most reliable internet, so I never miss.
It's mowing season. And Bad Boy Mowers has the best lineup in the game. Built to win with more power, advanced engineering, and performance that never quits. Whether you're playing on this field or this field. So this mowing season, raise your game and join the team. Bad Boy, mow with an attitude.
The future of garage floors is here. The highly sought after Shark floor is now more affordable than ever. Anyone who steps into your garage will surely be impressed. There's a ton of colors to choose from, and we still have openings available to get your project beautified. A new garage floor is faster than ever before with Shark coatings. For the next 15 days, we're giving you an extra 15% off.
Mark with a K loves mayonnaise. Mark with a C can't stand it. That's the job. Remember the small things. Because you make a sub for someone, not just anyone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Investigators are looking into Lehman's roommate, the person they took into custody this morning as a person of interest.
He says the family tried to warn authorities about his dangerous past.
A massive undercover operation in Polk County has led to 266 arrests.
People in the area say it is raising some concern.
Watch breaking news on 10 Tampa Bay News. Stream free on your TV or phone.
Well, pretty soon you'll be back to making those lunches. So Jenny is here in our Kitchen Saver kitchen to help us make them a little less boring, which you always do when you come on the show. So thanks for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
I know. So we only have, not much time left until we'll be making lunches. Are you a make lunch in the morning or night before a person?
Kind of both. It depends what I'm packing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so what ideas do you have for us?
So keeping it simple, I've gotten a lot of questions lately about picky eaters and things that, easy for kids. So Lunchables, your own homemade Lunchables are always a great idea. So even something as simple as chips and dip, okay? My daughter's obsessed with buffalo chicken dip.
Right.
That with some crackers, there's 30 grams of protein there. So it's gonna definitely, keep her full and satisfied. And then you can always supplement snacky lunches with, some fruit, some veggies, additional protein like a hummus cup with some other pretzels or chips or whatever. And then, also the snacky lunches, those type of lunches are great for little kids if you're going through a picky eater stage.
Yes.
Big sandwiches are a lot of pressure for smaller kids.
That's a good
so
point.
anytime that you can send something like a Lunchable, I always recommend that you send something familiar, definitely at least one food that they absolutely love.
Good idea.
Yeah, and then it takes a lot of the pressure off and it's easier for them to munch on and graze.
This one looks great. This is like perfect. It has a little bit of everything, even a little bit of sweet in there.
Yeah, exactly. So some apples and nut butter. You can use sun butter, any kind of dip.
Yeah.
But some sandwich pinwheels and then some trail mix and carrots for a veggie. If your kid is not eating veggies lately, just send fruit.
Yeah.
It's totally okay. Don't
stress
overthink
about that.
it.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I always love a good snack pack. These little containers.
Oh, this is the container that you can buy,
yes,
right?
the grab and go. These are perfect. And again, perfect for little hands. You get a cheese stick, cut it up into bits and pieces, some mini pepperoni, and then you know what's great if you don't have crackers? Croutons.
Oh, good idea.
Italian seasoned croutons are great. They taste even more like pizza.
I didn't think of that. That's what a great little snack.
And it's satisfying. And again, it's enough for them. It's okay. They're not going to go hungry.
Okay.
And then for your older kids, especially athletes that are really about getting that protein in, you've got to make sure they're hydrated too. But there's
water.
a lot of grab and go options.
What are those there?
These are, tuna packs.
Tuna packs. Is it already made? Or
you
just
actually
eat it just like that?
they're flavored, so you can eat it like this.
Okay.
And then you can always add. I know my husband. A lot of his kids. He's a coach, so a lot of his kids, they'll go ahead and just add like some Italian dressing to just give it a little bit of flavor.
Great idea.
But and then chocolate milk is like one of the best snacks after a tough practice or a really tough
I know. I was looking
workout.
at this. Look at all that protein.
Yeah,
it has in there.
protein, the shakes, but also chocolate
15
milk.
grams of protein.
Yeah, chocolate milk's gonna be great. And then some high volume or low calorie snacks that my daughter loves right now. Just some flavored rice cakes.
I love these. These are so good.
Dried mango is a total is a
dried
must
fruit.
for.
They feel like they're eating candy, but they're eating a fruit.
Yeah,
That's a good.
and
that's
they're
a good one.
great quick energy. Pretzels, applesauce, again, really great quick energy for athletes.
Yeah, and what about, and then like you can do a good sandwich. What is that, a croissant?
Absolutely,
there?
yeah, croissant, turkey and cheese, and then some macaroni salad and some strawberries to balance it out.
Yeah, it's something about the visual when you put it in little containers like that makes it look like a full meal that kids can get excited about.
Right.
And then they're so easy to wash.
Yeah, and keeping it cool, you guys, this is an ice pack. It's built in, so you can put it in there and it'll stay fresh.
Yes.
There's a lot of new, really cool options right now.
Yeah, and where do you find
lunch
your
meal.
containers?
If you go to the link on my page, Lunchbox Mafia, I just updated my Amazon links, and then there's other websites that I can recommend. Anybody can ask me questions. I'm here for it.
Amazing. Okay, but you have an event that you wanted us to mention as well. Can you talk about that?
Yes. So we have a really exciting event going on. Dillard's this weekend. They're having a fashion show, back to school event. 10% of the sales are going to go to Johns Hopkins. And then also August 8th, the Tampa Bay stores are going to have 10% of their kids' sales sales going to Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, and thanks for these great ideas. I'm actually getting excited about making lunches
I know,
again.
right? That's my goal.
Okay, all right. Let's hope the weather holds up for us. All right,
Yes.
Allison?
Yes, we do hope that. Every time she's here, I'm always like, I'm gonna pack my lunch like this.
Right.
It's so nice.
Go get a new lunchbox and make it all organized
Exactly.
and fun. I love it.
I love it. So yeah, the weather isn't that great for a lot of people out there right now.
Unfortunately not. You know, I mean, the good news is, like, our major interstates through most of that morning rush, Tampa, I-4, you know, I-75, we're in good shape. But way far north and our far southern counties, very different story for them this morning. A flood advisory is still in effect this morning for Sarasota County. So anywhere from Sarasota down to Englewood, we've had upwards of 2 to 4 inches of rainfall over the last couple of hours. So flooding more than likely ongoing there. Of course, along I-75, we've seen some really heavy delays on the roads there. And we still have just this steady stream of moisture coming in off the Gulf. And you can see that rain and storms just moving in from west to east. So another 1 to 3 inches of rain could fall down in Sarasota County over the next couple of hours. So the flooding situation definitely going to be an issue down there. And then we have some very heavy rain and storms that's moving into the Nature Coast as well this morning. We've had a strong storm already move through Brooksville. That's now moving south of Brooksville into Pasco County. 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts recorded in that one.
This is a strong one.
Yeah, strong storm, some very heavy rain and lightning. So a heads up in Pasco, and put a timer on it for you. Land O'Lakes, if this all holds together, around 11:08. It looks like this could move into Lakeland, so could kind of drift into Polk County here over the next couple of hours. Very heavy rain. Newport Richey as well, just a heads up. That's headed your way. So we'll take you through stormy first half of the day. We have our weather impact alert that goes through 3 o'clock. So notice over the next couple of hours, we're looking at a more widespread chance for storms. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, your lunch hour. Going to be a pretty wet one for you. Storms are still expected to carry heavy rain, could lead to some localized flooding in the roadway. Gusty wind definitely possible as well in our storms. Good news is, though, take a look, your evening commute looking a lot drier. So we're in good shape for that ride home later today. Friday, we're going to look along the Nature Coast again. And I was saying this to you before we came on this morning, that the Nature Coast is going to be a spot to watch the next couple of days. So Pasco County, Hernando, Citrus, it is possible that there's some flooding up there the next few days because very heavy rain looks to really target the Nature Coast the next about 48 to 72 hours.
Yeah, so if that's you, pay attention to what Courtney is forecasting over the next couple of days. We have a question for you, too.
Great.
All right, Janelle?
Yeah, Jenny stuck around. What is your question for Courtney?
So if we were going to plan one last big beach day before school starts, when is going to be the best day to go?
Whew, unfortunately, you know, we even without the rain, we have that high rip current risk all the way through the weekend. So, and the surf has been really high. We had a water rescue on Clearwater Beach yesterday. So probably not this weekend, but I think they still have one more full week until the kiddos go back to school. I think the teachers go back a little earlier, but you're probably gonna have to wait until a little later next week for the wind to die down, that rip risk to go down, and our rain chances to dwindle as well.
Go to the movies this weekend, go to the beach next week.
Absolutely, yes. Get your indoor activities done, and then next week, you know, last full few days of summer, it looks like the forecast gets a little better. So weekend kind of looking rainy, especially along the coast in the morning, and then storms kind of push inland through the afternoon. Not a washout, but just not a great outdoor weekend. And again, rain chances gradually taper going into the middle of next week.
All right. Not the best, but we still need the rain, so we need to just...
Hard to complain.
Yeah, exactly. All right, thanks, Courtney.
Thank you.
Cancer doesn't wait, it hides, it spreads. To end it, you need the team that's treated more cancer, pioneered more therapies, and delivers the best outcomes in Florida. And now they have the most advanced proton therapy to match. Proteus ONE, the only one in Tampa Bay. A beam so precise it strikes cancer to a millimeter and leaves the life around it untouched. Moffitt, the #1 cancer hospital in the Southeast. Your first choice is your best chance.
You get hurt in a car wreck and the insurance company tries to give you this tiny little check.
This tiny check won't even cover your medical bills.
Don't take a tiny check from the insurance company. You may deserve more money, and I'll fight to get it for you.
Jack Bernstein got a client who hurt their neck and back in a car wreck, $500,000.
Don't take a tiny check for your car wreck. Call Jack Bernstein.
Jack's got your back.
I'm attorney Jack Bernstein, protecting your rights.
Call 813-333-6666.
There's a moment in your bathroom, and you might know the one, where you stop and think, I don't feel as steady in here as I used to. Most people don't say anything about it. They just start being a little more careful, holding onto the wall, taking it slow. But you shouldn't have to feel less sure of yourself in your own home. At West Shore Home, we design bathrooms that give you your confidence back. A low entry, a fold-down seat, sturdy grab bars, surfaces that stay clean and stay safe. Beautiful design that makes life a little easier.
For 20 years, we've been helping homeowners take care of the home they work their whole life for. And we'd be honored to do the same for you.
Right now, lock in summer savings with West Shore Home. Buy a full bath remodel and get a second shower free. Plus, 12 months of no payments and no interest financing. That's an entire year without a single payment. Call the number on the screen or visit westshorebath.com and we'll take it from there. Take a look here. This homeowner was done stepping over a tub that didn't feel safe anymore. They gave us a call, and before they knew it, they had a beautiful low-step shower where their bathtub used to be. West Shore Home's summer sale is here. Buy a full bath remodel and get a second shower free. Plus, lock in 12 months of no payments and no interest financing. And get started today with no money down. Call the number on the screen or visit westshorebath.com. Because your bathroom should adapt to your life, not the other way around. That's remodeling reimagined.
NetCredit is here to say yes, even when other lenders won't. Apply online in minutes and get funds deposited the next business day or sooner. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
City Furniture is now City Home, expanding with more solutions for every room. Plus the furniture, mattresses, and decor you know, all at unbeatable values. City Furniture is now City Home, your first stop for all things home.
Hey, it's Mike Coulter
and Rachel Keller from Cupertino.
Our show, set in Cupertino, is from Robert Michelle King. It's like a David and Goliath story. It's about a small law firm taking on Silicon Valley tech companies.
And action! We're taking on a case per episode around these huge companies.
And we can't wait for the audience to see our new show, Cupertino, coming this CBS fall.
See you there.
If you want to watch any of the segments again from today's show, maybe you missed how to make those lunches or maybe the easy weeknight meals, well, we can show you it one more time at 3 o'clock on our free 10 Tampa Bay streaming app. You can download and watch it on Roku TV, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
And definitely do. This was such a great show.
Lots of good stuff in there.
Yeah.
Plus everything that Titus O'Neill is doing for the community.
So good.
Clothes.
Yeah.
We got you covered.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching today. Coming up on the next Great Day Live, we talked about Banksy earlier this week, but the pop artist is popping up on our show once again. This time, we tell you about the large collection coming to the Strass Center.
And from pizza to pasta to caprese martinis, Forbici has expanded into St. Pete, and tomorrow we're going to get a taste of the new Italian spot in St.
martinis.
I have had it.
Interesting.
It's good. It's good.
Have a great day, everyone.
We'll see you back here tomorrow.
The Great Day Live Kitchen is sponsored by Kitchen Saver, custom cabinet renewal.